Hey, so I just wanted to do a little video to do a little garden tour of my clearance plants. I just started gardening about a year ago, and we bought this house back in February 2021, and I never planted a single thing prior to living here, and just got inspired by a previous owner and what she did here. So just showing what I've added that I've bought either for half price or less, and I'll kind of give you some prices and names of plants, and if you have any questions you can leave it down in the comments. That I'm new to this, so you probably either know more than I do, which is most likely the situation, you know as much as I do, or you don't know as much. Either way, I'm here to help if I can, and I would love to hear some experiences you have or any advice that you might have as I'm just continuing to learn. So we'll just get started. Start with one of my most recent purchases. This is a hibiscus tree that's braided that I ended up repotting. I got this at Lowe's. It was 50% off, and it is a little rough. It is missing quite a few leaves at the bottom, but it is pushing out new growth, and it does have these beautiful floral flowers. I'm trying to go for a tropical theme on our deck, just with the economy and what's going on with business. We're not going on vacation this year, which we are more than happy to not. Over here, I have this planter. I got this planter, the white planter, from Lowe's. It was 75% off. I think it's originally like $40 or 30 something, and I did get it for under $8, I believe. And then the plants inside were actually, so the yellow petunia, sorry for my shadow, I believe that's a Lobelia, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and this verbena and the spike all came with bees. So what I did, there was this planter that came with a pot. I just didn't use the pot. I bought an extra spike and I divided the clearance pot. So these three plants were all distressed, and the spike, I bought an extra spike for $3.59-ish. So for 2 containers, I spent about $16, about $8 a container, which I think is a fantastic deal considering that this was one. So dividing is definitely a way to get more bang for your buck. So I will take you to the next section. This is all on our back deck area. We have we have a lower deck where we eat, then we have an upper deck where we have a pool. This is, I call it a Pootsicana plant because they had these plants, I think it's called a Croton, in Pootsicana, and I loved it. It's looking a little rough right now. I bought it last, maybe November, October-ish. It came in a pot, like a decorative fall pot. I bought it for 75% off, so it was about $3.74-ish, $15 originally. And so yeah, so I kept it in as an indoor plant for the winter, and I've just brought it out to kind of revive it, see if it'll grow back. It is pushing out new growth at the top, so hoping that these distressed leaves will fall off and it'll bring in some new growth. Next, this pot, this terracotta pot, I got for $9.98 a couple months ago. Garden Addicts posted that these were on clearance, so I did purchase 2, and right now they're actually $4.98, so I was able to grab one more to kind of finish the trio I have up here. So in here is just some cheapo, actually bought some clearance petunias. They were an 8-pack for $2, so I have those in there. And then these actually were a bare root canna lily that I bought from a garden center in Cheshire, and it says that they're red leaves, maybe they'll darken, I don't know, and red blooms, so they should get pretty tall and fill in that dead space. Next is not really a clearance plant, but I'm considering it one because it was the color proof. These were like a plot type, I don't know what you really call it, but it comes in a set of 3 in its own little can by Proven Winners. And the sweet lady Lisa has Jelly Bean Farm stand here. It's like Bristol Farmington line-ish, and it was $8.25 for a 8-inch pot, and it has 3 Proven Winners. I mean, as you guys know, maybe you don't, but these single like Super Tunia Honey are like $6 individually. So when you think about it, it's $18 that I got for 8 and change. So I saved about $10 there. So I'm considering it a bargain find. So I put that there because of this super bell is just beautiful and just screams tropical to me. Over here I have just another Canna Petunia combo. This one's looking a little stressed. But yeah, taking care of that. And then this I just recently repotted because I got the $4.99 terracotta pot that I had to clean up a little bit. This is a I got this, this is hibiscus. I was pushing out a little bit of new growth, hoping it'll bounce
Baby, I'm
back.
not even
I got
here.
it for like $1.75.
I'm a hallucination.
At Walmart,
Move around.
because it was just bloomed out. And so I know these do bloom about mid-July. So I'm hoping that I will get another flush of blooms. If not, no big loss. This is a elephant ear that I got on clearance at Lowe's. I think it was like $3, maybe a little less. So it'll get really big and fill in. And then I do have a couple Canna bulbs in here as well that I just bought for $1.75. They were 75% off at Lowe's a couple days ago. So hopefully those come up. If not, again, no big loss. I can always fill it in with some of these petunias that are kind of exploding. And just move some stuff around because this is just how you get more plants out of your garden. All right, so again, a clearance spot, but I just dug this up a couple days ago and just moved and divided some lilies that were overgrown and some dreams that I got on clearance, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But I did do it on both sides of the shed. Just wanted to bounce a little color, and it's an area where we couldn't really get the grass to grow. It was all weeds, so you know what, if we're gonna have weeds, we might have just have something kind of distracting from the weeds. Yes. And so I did that. Over here, not much for clearance. These are just one thing. There is one clearance plant in here. This is a Bloomstruck hydrangea that I got last November at Lowe's for 75% off. So it was $5. And not quite seeing any buds that I can see, but it should rebloom. It is pulling up. This is all new growth, it looks like. And unfortunately, I did move this hydrangea like 3 times. So I'm just shocked that I didn't kill it. Hopefully, I'm hoping in the end of the summer, I get a few blooms, and yeah, from there, it should be fine because it is pushing out some pretty good growth. All right, there's this back area. This is a boxwood that I did not trim. I bought it super small, but it was, I want to say it was $5 at Lowe's, marked down. This is an Agastache hyssop. I actually bought 2. One didn't return. I bought last year there were 2 for $9, so I got 2 of them for $9. Let's see. Oh, back here, and I have a couple more here and here. These are Shasta daisies that I bought on clearance. They were marked down. There was a pot of them. I believe I bought the pot for, I want to say it was $5, and it had 3 plants inside. So I divided them, planted them, and all 3 came back. So that is a huge, massive savings, because right now, if you were to go to Lowe's, even if they had, their 2 for $10 sale, this is cheaper than, 5 for 1 plant. You're getting 3 for $5. So just look for those towards the end of the season. This rose, I think it's called Tequila Supreme. It was $5 that I got at Lowe's last year, around November. It's when they had their end of the season clearance. Again, this isn't a clearance plant per se, but it is another of those proven winners, like foolproof color blends. And It has Super Tuna Trailing Blue Vein, Super Tuna Royal Velvet, and Super Bina Large Lilac Blue. And it was $8.25. I put it in this hanging basket. My husband and I are desperately trying to get hummingbirds back in our garden. So that is what we're trying to do here. Another day I will show you and walk you through our dahlia patch and our vegetable garden over there, because you know, I love saving money. So I'm also trying to save money on these veggies, girl. Whew, they are no joke, trying to feed a family of 4. And then, you know, summertime, my husband and I both work from home. So it's just the constant food needs are very real. All right, so here is something I just bought yesterday. It's a all summer beauty hydrangea that I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, but I will briefly show you. I have my husband is trimming, so I'm going to go to a different part of the yard. I have 3 hydrangeas that are showing no signs of blooming this year. So they didn't bloom last year, and I don't think they're going to bloom again this year. So I'm going to hopefully see if that one blooms out and replace that. I bought it yesterday for $10, half price at Lowe's. So here is another, again, non-clearance plant, but it is the foolproof color Above and Beyond that I got again in that Lowe's white box container. All right. This is another $5 clearance rose that I got last year. I think it's called Snowball, Snow something. If you want to leave, if you're interested in the actual names, you can leave a comment below. But just like, you know how June is right now, it's just all the buds are opening up, which is so fun. And here is a sky pencil holly that I bought. I bought 2 of them. There's one, and then there's the second. One I paid $10 for on clearance at Lowe's. The other one was $15. They were originally $60 for one, and I loved them, but I was like, I absolutely will not. So I waited for them to go on clearance, and when I saw them on clearance, they were in like a Christmas type container. So I waited, and I believe it was, I want to say it was Christmas Eve, and I snagged it for $15 when it was 75% off. So that was great. One is pushing out a ton of growth. This one, I'm thinking it's not getting enough water because it is under the awning there. So I'm thinking it's not getting enough water. That's why it's not quite catching up to the other one. But that's okay. We will see how it goes. This lamb's ear I did buy last year half off. They were 2 for $9. I have another one over there. This is a white Pow Wow white echinacea that I bought half price at Home Depot. This was also from Home Depot. This is one of the hydrangeas that I said last year didn't bloom. This year is not looking like it's going to bloom, so I might be replacing this one with that all summer beauty hydrangea that I just showed you. This is a Cat's Pajamas Nepeta that I bought at a garden center. It was half price on my birthday, and I believe my sister ended up paying for it, but it was, I want to say it was around $6 and change, $6.50, something like that. These are all perennials I bought on sale, the 2 for $10, but we'll go over that another time. Let's see. Okay, so back here we have the Rainbow Rhythm Sound of My Heart daylilies. So I have this thing with daylilies. I'm not crazy about them, but they do still serve a huge purpose. They have a grassy texture that I do like. The blooms are beautiful, but they're just so short-lived that it is kind of a downer. But especially when they clump like here, I do appreciate that. When they run all over the place and they just look messy, it kind of does, get on my nerves. But that's okay. Over here, I have a struggling 9-bark. I have one over here that is doing fantastic. These I bought both of them again at Lowe's. This is not sponsored. And they are, I needed some red foliage because I have a lot of green foliage and I wanted some red, and bought them. They were around $12 each, And again, I know this is sound like I spend a lot of money, and I do. However, this is over the course of a year, like I said, so little by little. This, oh my gosh, how sad is this? This is a white knockout rose, and it is getting eaten alive. So I want to pull it. It's blooming its head off though, so that's kind of frustrating. Maybe, I don't know. Also, I'm kind of like, maybe this is just a host home for whatever is wants to destroy all my roses. So I'm kind of like, should I just leave it here and have the eyesore and have it just be a bed for whatever aphids are just killing it? Or should I pull it and replace it with something? I really don't know. I'm kind of heartbroken because look at that bloom. Ugh, just a pure white. Anywho, all right.